Welcome back for another week. Each week we keep getting higher and higher and deeper and deeper, higher and higher and deeper into these different topics. So, focusing on energy consciousness. We first talked about energy transfers and what happens. The We first talked about energy transfers and the importance of you understanding the energies around you and how they mesh with your energy. Last week, we talked about owning your personal power. And this week, I want to talk a little bit about what happens when you start to tap into your personal power. When you really start to tap into your personal power, you really start to activate your intuitive self. It's a big misconception to say that men are less intuitive than women or women are more intuitive than men. It doesn't work like that. Intuition is an attribute of divine feminine energy. So that is why we hear that it is a woman's intuition when it's really just that feminine energy, which is very intuitive, very foreknowing, knowing things before they happen, feeling things when you walk into a room, knowing things and not being able to explain why you know these things. But it's just something that is downloaded to you because you're tapped in and you're able to be receptive to those messages. Now, people who are less intuitive than others, the only difference is they don't really tap into themselves as much. They probably are letting whatever they see with their natural eye depict and determine the things before them. But some of us are not just like that. I can see you visually and understand what I see with my eye, but I can kind of see beyond what the eyes are showing me. So when you are connecting to your intuition, it's very similar to your personal power. So to connect to the intuition, so that when you are calling in your personal power, that's all you're doing is activating your intuition. So if you focusing on how do I connect to my intuition, I activate my intuition by connecting to my personal power. My personal power is just me. It's naturally me. Who am I? How do I vibrate? How do I feel? What do I think? What messages do I receive at any given time? But with your intuition, it is very important for you to be able to tap into your intuition because some things are not always logical. Some things take you just knowing or feeling and responding to what your body is telling you. Your body has a natural protective state for you. Through your nervous system, it alerts you and warns you when something is off, when something is right, move left, move right, all of these different things. So it's very important that you understand how to tap into your intuition. It's extremely important for you to understand what the purpose of my intuition is. Your intuition, that divine feminine energy, is able to see things that are there that you may not necessarily notice because it's not something that you can see with the natural eye. It may be something that you need to feel. It may be something that is in another realm. It may be something connected to that person through karma. It's just so many different things that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis when we're doing our own thing. And the importance of you even having an intuition or intuitive senses is to be able to make sure that you are protected as you should be. You are secure as you want and desire to feel. The intuition plays a huge role in our lives because I believe that yes, we do have a destiny. Yes, we do have a certain end goal, each and every one of us. Given your talents, your gifts, situations, and circumstances in which the universe allows to enter into our life, we all have a purpose. But we also have free will, which is us making decisions based upon our lives. And that intuition serves you so much because the intuition only wants the highest good for you. Even when you're unable to recognize your self-worth in any given moment, that intuition is going to let you know, hey, no ma'am, no sir, this is the lane in which that we need to be in. So tapping into that intuition How do I know it's my intuition? Intuition is normally the very first thought that you receive before it's introduced to the conscious mind. The conscious mind likes to break things down, apply logic. It likes to review past circumstances, and it likes to do a lot of different things that are probably not even necessary for the intuitive message that we receive. The first thought that you get when you receive something, should it be positive? Now, I know sometimes I get angry, and the first thought I think, that is not my intuition speaking, that is your ego. You got to know when the ego speaking, and 9 times out of 10, the ego is going to get you in a situation where you have reacted before you thought about something. And when we react before we think, we get ourselves in different circumstances that are not truly ideal for us. So be careful. So the intuition likes to push you. In my past, I knew it was my intuition speaking to me because I knew it was something that I had to do. It felt right. The only reason why it ended up to me looking like something that was unattainable or not right for me was because of my limited beliefs and the perspective that I placed upon something. So when you get an intuitive message that tells you to do something drastic and there's no real harm, there's nothing that's going to prevent you from achieving this goal other than you telling your mind, because the mind is going to follow what you give it. So you telling your mind that you can't do something, or you're not worthy of something, or you don't have the experience for something. When the mind, the conscious mind, becomes involved in what the intuition is trying to do, there is a derailment from the path. So we have to know, most times when the intuition speaks and when we're fearful, we just have to ask for guided steps. We have to ask for clarity. We have to ask for confirmation and different things so that we can have that confidence to follow your intuition. But your intuition is very important, and it's extremely vital that you start developing and building a relationship with yourself that shows through your intuitive self. My intuition has never led me wrong. My intuition will alert me in the midst of me doing something that I need to be focusing on, because my brain can't do too much at once. I go crazy. But my intuition has never led me wrong. And in the times in which we are approaching, intuition is going to be so appropriate because so much information is new. Nothing is the same. Of course, we do have old procedures and processes, but at the same time, a lot of things are innovating. And it's going to serve you very well to be in tune with your intuition, to know the steps that you need to make, to know what's right for you, to be able to do something that's not only right for you today, but that will be right for you in your future, where you're going, your path, and your destiny. So thank you for watching and listening. Tap into that intuition. Listen to your first mind. Trust yourself. Work on trusting yourself. Develop that intuition by tapping into your personal power. You can watch my previous video from last week just to remember, how do I tap into this personal power? Because that personal power is the gateway for your intuition to be fully activated, working for you and doing everything that you need in order for you to be successful and attract and align to the things that you want.